Hi guys, and welcome to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Drayton Park Golf Club. I'm out on our 6th tee, and what I'm going to be doing today is a bit of a follow-up video to a video I filmed recently talking about creating more width in your swing. And in that video I was using a Thera-band, and I'll put a link to it in this one because what we're going to cover is just really come about from a question I got following that video, and I thought it was quite a relevant one and maybe needs a bit of a follow-up just to kind of go on to. So in the video I was using a wedge and I was talking about trying to create more width, but I did say you could use this with other clubs. The reason I wasn't using it with a longer iron is because of the length of my Thera-band, and I still stick to that. But the comment I got quite recently, and you know, I accept any comment and I like them, I just wanted to address it, was that would be fine with a wedge, but it wouldn't work with an iron, because with an iron you're needing to create more lag. So he was talking about from a 9-iron through to a 3-iron and into longer clubs that we wouldn't be able to do the same thing, create the same width, because we're creating lag. And what he's really talking about there, I believe, is that we would always look for the backswing to be wider, the downswing to be slightly narrower, and then a wider follow through. And I have filmed a video on that: wide, narrow, wide. But that doesn't mean my arms or my lead arm is getting closer to my body on the downswing. So this is where I think that the question is a little bit wrong. I actually do think we can get this same width with an iron. So I've got a 7-iron here. Now the only downside is this band doesn't actually stretch a lot, so it's almost going to look like more of a 3/4 swing. But I'm just holding this with the golf club as I did in the other video. And what I'm really looking for is the lead arm is nice and wide, so the gap from the lead wrist to my center, my sternum, is remaining the same in the backswing, in the downswing, into impact. It's only post-impact that my lead arm would tend to start to fold as my trail arm starts to straighten. So I actually want to still create width, and I firmly believe I can still create width. I've still got a pull on this band while creating or keeping this lag that he was talking about in his question. So we want to keep, yes, the angle in our lead wrist, but it doesn't mean my arms need to be folding tighter into my body. In fact, a fault I see a lot of on the downswing is players trying to feel like they've got to pull their arms down towards the golf ball. We actually want to start down with our lower body. We want to almost keep our upper body trailing a little bit behind, and we want the club to fold, yes, but that doesn't mean I want this to be tighter into my body. I'm still trying to keep my lead arm, for me as a right-handed golfer, my left arm straight. I can still create that lag or keep that lag between the club shaft and my lead arm, throwing my wrist there, but I've still created width. I haven't lost that width. So I still think that Thera-band exercise, although it's a little trickier to do with full shots, so you may just pop it on a small tee and you may just have to make the best swing you can at it, I still think it's very, very relevant with longer shots as well. With the wedge, it's especially relevant because we're looking for this larger flat zone where the club is low to the ground for longer. If you are a player where you have a fault of losing width at the top of the backswing, getting very narrow on the downswing or stuck, don't release the club as well, then this exercise, creating this width, whether it's on the backswing, the downswing, or through impact, is fantastic for you and really going to help. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just try and hit a nice smooth 7-iron, so it may not get all the way back to the green or the flag there. So I'm just going to hold this as best I can in contact, so it's round my back, in contact with the grip, and I'm just going to, it might be quite a short swing, I'm not expecting to get all the distance on this one, but see if I can create that width on the backswing and on the downswing. I've still got that pull, I haven't let my arms come inwards, but I'm maintaining some lag. So this may just be more of a sort of half swing, but let's give it a whirl. Yeah, quite tricky there to get that feeling. It was a little bit on the heavy side, but definitely got that feeling of creating some width in my swing. Let me see if I can now put that into a slightly longer, fuller motion without the Thera-band. It feels very strange when you take it away, but I want to really feel that width here. I'm maintaining that width on the downswing, not letting my arms fold inwards. So it's almost that feeling of allowing the arms to drop rather than the arms being pulled down that we see all too often. So let me try and hit more of a regular stock 7 iron. That looks pretty good. Just up there about in the middle of the green, but really got that sensation of trying to create some width on the backswing. As I said, this exercise is fantastic for you if you're someone who struggles with width at the top, getting very narrow on the downswing and trapped, or you don't extend that club enough on the way through. So using the Thera-band in some practice swings, it does feel very strange when you take it away, but it's a great exercise to make sure you've still got the pull on that band and we're not allowing it to go slack with our arms folding inwards towards our body. If you did enjoy the content of this video and the other one that I did on creating some width, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel as well for all the other content every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5:30. And make sure you do post some comments and questions below. Love to get around to filming some videos on things that are very relevant for you. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon.